Okay, everybody, I have my headphones on. I would recommend wearing these. They're not plugged in or anything, but it helps your hearing. This is very important. It's dawned on me. I'm such a melonhead. Sometimes guys, when they do the John Bonham Moby Dick, but they're right-handed drummers who typically do triplets with the right-hand lead, like, watch my right hand. Instead of, if you can, go and see my couple videos on Bonham triplets, meaning slang term for just triplets around the drums. Okay, those are all left-hand lead, which is the way Bonham did it. I happen to do it that way. I think sometimes people have a preponderance to want to lead a shuffle. Again, go back to my triplet videos with either the right hand, like or their left. And that preponderance dictates which easier way to do a triplet. Adding in the bass drum or the right hand. Okay? Anyway, check this out. This is all interrelated. This is important. I think this is one of the most important, helpful videos I ever made. All right, Moby Dick. Now that's a basic kind of paradigm he does, okay? The one, we're going, count it this way, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and, okay, because it essentially is sort of like a, you have 8 notes there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but it's really more like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay, except that it's so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. The most important thing here, extremely important, is watch. The 1, the downbeat is my left foot, and my right foot is doing the ands. And 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and that's very important because I suspect a lot of right-handed drummers who then naturally climb onto a triplet with the right-hand lead versus the Bonham, that makes a huge difference when you're playing Moby Dick. For the reason that when Bonham's playing Moby Dick, that hi-hat is the 1. You're not going 1 and 2 and, most guys I think, or drummers will lead with their right foot. So 1 and 2 and, instead of the opposite. Okay, that is a huge difference, okay? Because when Bonham does it, or when it's done this way, where the hi-hat and or the ching ring, shing, or is on the 1 and the bass drum is on the end, most drummers won't be able to do that because most drummers are right-handed, right? 88% of people are right-handed. I would imagine more or less the same are drummers. Maybe less because maybe more drummers are creative, hence left-handed, or whatever. But check it out. So, in that scenario, my left foot, right? My left foot, correct? 1, 2, 3, 1. My right hand, left leg, right hand is sitting at the same time. Okay? That's the same time. I think most right-handed drummers will do right foot and right arm at the same time. Not the opposite. Left foot and right hand. And correspondingly, when you're doing 1 and 2 and 3, then the left hand obviously is to do what the right foot does. Okay? So when I start going, that's like the whole Bonham mojo with Moby Dick. Because the left foot is playing the 1 and 2 and 3. That makes a huge difference. Okay, it does, just because at the very least that's the way, if you want to mimic exactly what Bonham's doing, it has to be that way. You don't have to though, but it does sound cool because otherwise it'll be like, it sounds like a regular drum solo where guys are like or if you doubled it up. You know, like Ringo Starr's solo, and you know, on the record, and you know, Keith Moon type stuff. That's all bass drum on the one, not the opposite. So it'd be more like versus they're two separate instruments, right? These are hi-hats that go, and that's a bass drum that goes. So it does matter. If you were able to switch, just to put your hi, like if a regular right-handed person went on a left-handed person's drum set and the hi-hat was here and the bass drum was here and did their normal right hand, it'd sound like the Bonham thing because you simply switch the instruments. Does that make sense? Your right hand, your right foot now is then doing this. So then so the hi-hat would be going with the right hand, but it's not. The way we are on these drum sets, the hi-hat's with the left foot and the bass drums with the right foot. Okay, that's why it's important. So remember, one is left, right, not right, left with the feet. The hands are opposite. So you'll do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and right, left, right. Except with the feet, it'll go left, right. Okay? Remember, it's like in division or percentages. You know, the cross multiply. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Okay, that's a good exercise. Do this. Do it for a few minutes every day, then do your left with your right foot. Okay, correspondingly then, when we're doing that, my right hand and my right foot are doing the opposite of what a right-handed person does. So instead of doing the same time, Bonham, and it happens to be the way I do it too. God bless America, because I love doing it. I don't know, thank God I can do it. They alternate. Right foot, right hand. Okay? And then, of course, then that means your left hand and your left foot will alternate. Remember, not the same thing. Right hand and left foot are doing the same thing. Left hand and right foot are doing the same thing. Except, so then therefore, because my right hand and my left hand are doing opposite things, and my right foot and my left hand are doing opposite things, but since they're cross-multiplied, that means my right, again, what I just said, my right arm and my right foot are alternating. See, right. Left too, okay? Sure, I think before I actually did the left hand with the bit. But anyway, so check it out. Okay, left is alternating. Right is alternating. This is the way it's done in Bonzoville, okay? With the proper Moby Dick way. Okay? They will alternate. If you're doing it the right-handed way, they won't. I suspect it'll be the same. Rights with rights, left with lefts. Which doesn't give you the upbeat, downbeat action in a proper order. Reverses the order. If you're doing it, you can't even really do it. Okay? So practice. Left foot, right. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but with standardized right, left on the snare. At the same time. What? That's what's happening. That is crucial, okay? But it also helps doing the triplet, the left-hand lead triplet. Because Bonham sometimes doing the Moby will morph into a triplet a little. Like. It makes it a lot easier to morph into triplets. The hi-hat is on, it's the one still. If you're doing it the opposite, the hi-hat will be on the upbeat instead of the downbeat, and it messes the whole thing up, at least from the perspective of how it sounds in the John Bonham solo, okay? Anyway, so practice this. Remember what I said. Right hand does what the left hand does. Right hand does what the left foot does. Left hand does what the right foot does. And of course then, since we're alternating, remember totally top to bottom, that means that my right hand and my right foot are doing opposite. Vice versa here. Okay, so practice all those single ones individually. Okay, but what'll happen is, then when you start going, because when we're doing triplets in Moby, well actually they're like swung 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, and after a while it's like 1 and 2 and a 3 and a 1 and a 2 and you kind of swing it. So it's that. after a while, it'll be like, it starts to swing, okay? With the left hand lead. It's like the train shuffle. Again, look at my other triplet videos, okay? But what that means is, remember the right hand's going at the same time as the left foot. We're still keeping the same relationship though. If the left hand is given at the left, which would be in the triplet, most people want to get better at because they normally do right. This is a good thing to practice anyway, even for your Moby Dick, if you want to be accurate the way Bonham did it. But I think the effect is it'll really help with your left hand lead in tripletville. Because watch. Hang on. Bonham does this paradigm. He doesn't do all the time, but listen to like Roy Albert Hall. That's like a thing he does. Okay, so it's essentially just. You could just even in a Moby Dick, if you wanted to, you could just do accents with that. It would sound pretty good. I'm just playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, but I'm treating my hands as if it's a triplet. Except it's a dotted, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay. You can just do that. But when you're doing that, again, in the Bonham way, which means the left foot is on the 1 with your right hand, the crisscross, applesauce, and your left hand's on the bass drum, you'll naturally get that triplet inclined left hand triplet lead. Because what happens is your left hand, remember your left hand is cut, your left hand beat. It's like a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and the bass drum then becomes that 2. Instead of 1 and 2 and, it's like 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4. And then since the right leg is doing what the left leg is doing, they're hitting at the same time. See that? Okay? What's happening is then the shuffle, since it's with the feet, isn't going left to right. It's going right to left. Because we're doing the crisscross, okay? And that lends itself to your left hand picking up on the... Because your left hand and your right foot are hitting at the same time. Because you're doing like a rough. Right, left, right. That's what it is. But watch this. So I'll keep my left hand out. Okay, that's the Okay, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Okay, and the right hand is filling in the. It's filling in the blanks. The first stroke is with the hi-hat. So. Sorry. That's what it is. 1 and 2. Now go slow. 1 and 2 and see that? So 1 and 2 and 3 and with the right hand. 1 and 2 and 4. The bass drum's on the 3 and 4 and but bring the hi-hat in on the 1. 1 and so. Time, right hand, left foot. That's kind of the whole thing of it. That's what gives it that jangly. See that? That's what it is. All those triplets are led with the right hand, like a rough. Anyway, as that goes, since you're right. I feel that my feeling is then once you kind of get that, even though it's the right foot going into the left foot, which is like a right-handed guy shuffle beat, which the hand would be. You guys as righties, most of you guys as righties can do easier, I think, with your feet too. In this regard, since the right foot is doing what the left hand does in Bonhamville, and the right hand is doing what the left foot does, it helps create that. Watch. You're going, so, that? That rough. It's given your hands a chance to really get that left, right. Right, right, left. See that? And then the nature of the bass drum is it'll slip a little back. It's easier to transfer into that Moby. By the way, throw in some paradiddle diddles. 5-stroke rolls, I should say. Number, that 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 is the right hand with the left foot. Okay, and that'll really eventually help you with your triplets with the left hand lead. In my opinion, okay, I really think it will. Okay, and I know it will, but you just gotta take my word for it. So remember, practice that. Right hand, left foot. Left hand, right foot. Alternate. It'll feel real awkward at first. But then once you get going. Remember, in that regard, always remember what the thing that helps you out is, remember, right hand, left foot at the same time. It means your right leg is on the off. So you bring the left foot in with the right hand. That's like 2/3 of it, right? Or 3/4 of it. We're just not using our left hand. Right hand out. That's really important, okay? Because then a lot of guys do Moby Dick, and it ends up sounding like almost like this. It's at the same time, or it's one hand. It doesn't sound right. You really need the hi-hat to be on the 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Okay? So to summarize, right hand, right arm doing with the left, same time. My left leg, my right arm. Da, da. Left arm, right foot. Da, da, da. Thereby, another dimension is just practice those and then bring them together. But remember, then your rights, both rights, upright and downright, will be alternating by the nature of the switch in the first place. And then left hand will be alternating with the left foot. Okay? Now that, I mean, to like a blast beat drummer, it's kind of funny, but you got to really bear this in mind. It really is, because of the nature of Bonham kind of playing this stuff as if you were a lefty, at least in the brain, I think. Okay? That is really what really gives Moby Dick his thing. And I think also, too, because he does the left hand lead in the triplet, just more natural and conducive to doing it, since the left foot in right-handed drummerville is always the hi-hat and the right foot is always the bass drum. Okay? If that makes any sense. All right. Well, I hope it does, because that's very important. A lot of guys have always been, you know, I'm doing what you're doing in my Moby Dick, but it doesn't sound the same. Because I think what they're not doing is they're not putting the bass drum on the and. They're putting it on the 1. Okay? So this has been brought to you by Terry Keating Greatest Hits. Available on eBay. Anyway, so this is, again, I think extremely important. Okay, just practice it. Remember, right hand, left foot. Opposite, left hand, right foot. And then, of course, since that's going on, practice your right arm to your left foot, alternate. And then alternate left arm, left foot, alternate. Okay? All right, there was one other thing I was going to throw in there, too. Oh, and then, anyway, if you want to really get it down, do the rough. Right, right. I don't do that well, because I think of my nature of being a left-hand kind of lead. I think you righty guys will probably find that rough easier. Because that double stroke is in it's certain, like that. Like I find that hard to do. See that? And sometimes they'll do like, so 1, and here's a real, if you did it every time, 1, 1. I think you righties, or those who are righties, that you'll find this easier. 1, 2, 3. Right hand's first stroke's hitting at the same time as the hi-hat. Speed it up. Okay? Those are all right hands. Okay, anyway, but that's important, okay? Here's the key is, it's the opposite with your feet. Do regular right, left, 1 and 2 and with the right hand lead with your arms. Do the opposite with your feet. That's the whole thing. Because it just lends itself to the triplet. That last beat, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and you're moving that last beat a little later then, so it becomes the But then you fill in the 1 and with your hands. Okay, look at my triplet video, the corners. I call it the corners of my triplet video. I think that's pretty clever. Here, since it's sort of the solo thing, I'll call it the quadrangles. No, but really, that's it, okay? And it's got to be smoothed out. I mean, I don't have the best technique in the world. But I think everyone else does. I mean, a lot of right-handed guys, I think that rough. Come in handy, okay? Anyway, I will say, what do they say? Word! This is like gospel. This is great, because it'll help you, well, you'll be playing as people know the Moby Dick live groove, you'll be playing it properly. But also, too, I think it naturally facilitates a left-hand lead in a triplet. Okay? That's really the summary. So I know I probably said that in 30 minutes, but maybe could have said it in 5. But thanks for watching my videos. What was I going to show you guys? It was something pretty cool. Anyway, I'll do it in the next video. Thanks for watching, but really check this out. Do the exercise, the 6 exercises. Well, there's more, but, you know, alternate each right side. Left side. Okay, left, you see in here. And then, remember, your right arm and your left hand at the same, right arm, left leg at the same time. Left arm and right leg at the same time. And you get that going at the same time. That's where the whole mojo comes from, okay? 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 1. Okay, that's it, okay? Get your ching ring if you got them. Here's an actual rail-kester. Nickel-plated. They do sound different than the reissues. They're not as high-pitched, but whatever. I mean, I use these are cool. Nickel plate, rail-kester ching ring, patent, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching. Keep watching my videos, and there's more videos coming. Thank you.